Good afternoon and welcome to another segment of Off the Cuff with Deb. Today with me I have a special guest, second time here with You Inspire Network, Miss Dolly Chacon. Thank you for coming back. We went live last week and we had such a fabulous response, and of course we had so many people asking for you to return, so thank you for coming back today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Today Miss Dolly is going to be talking about do life, not strife. So thank you for these words of wisdom I know you're going to impart on us. So if you want to do life and not strife, pay attention. Because, right?
Yeah.
When Miss Dolly talks, y'all better listen.
I love
Okay.
it. She's so funny. I love her so much. Yes, you know, it's so important to do life and not strife. Doing life is a good thing. People think life incurs all the negative and horrible things. Well, that's not according to the Word of God. Life is abundant existence here on earth, and we want to do life because there's so many people who are doing strife, Debbie, right now.
I totally agree.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are. And what is strife? I mean, we need to look it up and see what is strife. And it's anger and it's bitter disagreements over fundamental issues, conflicts, disruptions. Violence.
Sounds like a leadership problem right now in our country.
Yeah.
Just saying, it just kind of all encompasses.
Well, it's all over. It's
and it's trickling down.
And there's people out there who are doing strife instead of life.
Yeah.
And it's affecting our nation as a whole. And we want to be a united nation.
That's right.
We want to be united. That's what makes America strong. And each other strong.
Yeah.
So we want to go and encourage, and we want you to inspire others. And I'm to inspire others. You're to inspire others. We're always to be inspiring and lifting one another up. It's so easy to tear down and be a destructive element in life. And that's not who we really were created to be. We were created to build, to love one another. And there's some pieces of fruit.
What kind of fruit? I haven't eaten lunch,
fruit.
so.
No, I mean, good, juicy, delectable fruit. That it absolutely is so sweet. It goes and it just, you know, when you eat good fruit, what do you think about when you eat good fruit?
How delicious it is.
And what do you do?
Yeah.
You savor that in your taste buds. And it's so good to you. And it's the same thing when we go and build one another up. We savor it. It builds our spirit up. It builds our mind up, you know. And so I have a couple of things here that talks about some of the best places for us to live in.
Like as far as where we live?
Yes.
Okay.
Has to do
San
with
Diego?
Where we live. San Diego.
Come on, San Diego's the best place
you
to
know,
live.
It is. It really is. I came all the way
That's
from
the end
New
of the
York
list.
to move here.
End of show. Done.
That's
No.
it.
Okay, sorry.
Palm trees, weather, you can't beat it. But also the best places to live in your heart. The best places to live in your mind.
Okay.
Okay, and in your expression.
Okay.
And that's where you are. That's where you are. That's where you actually live, nanosecond by nanosecond. And so some of the best places to live is in peace.
That's right. Now, peace, though, when you talk about peace, is peace something that we obtain? Is peace something we receive? Or is peace something we are or we do? How does somebody who doesn't know what peace is obtain peace in their heart?
Well, what you just said is all of those.
Okay.
Okay, you can obtain it. You can grow into it. You first need to release that which is opposite of peace.
Right. The
which
strife.
is anger, the strife, arguments. People want to argue. It takes two to argue.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And but it only takes one to love. Isn't that interesting?
Well, love covers all.
That's right. It covers all.
That's right.
So that's where you can go and gain that peace and walk in that peace, even though all kinds of conflict can be happening around you. It's amazing. That's where you live. You live in peace.
That's right. And I think, too, I know for me personally, I have to choose it. I choose peace every single day, just like I choose joy every single day. So when I come across those anxious moments, or when I'm feeling stretched, or I'm feeling overwhelmed or pulled in so many different directions, I give myself permission to stop, take a deep breath, center myself in peace, and remind myself why I'm here and what my purpose is here. My purpose isn't just to work. Work we have to do because we need to provide.
Right.
But working is just part of what we do. It is not who we are. Who we are is who we reflect, right? Who are you reflecting in the mirror? The fruit that you're possessing, right? And the fruit of the Spirit. And how are you dealing with other people? How are you dealing with conflict? How are you dealing with strife? How are you dealing with your anger? Those things have to be chosen to be rooted out, right?
Yes.
And then the mind renewed with that peace,
Yes.
with that love.
And with that peace, like Debbie said, it's something that you choose, that even though someone else is opposing you and they're angry and they're yelling or cursing you out or any of those kind of things, and we've all gone through that, doesn't mean that you have to react the same way.
That's right. We have a
You
choice.
can react and counterattack in a peaceful manner.
That's right.
Because when you're in peace, you actually can hear the voice of God. But when you're screaming and yelling and going off and whatever, you don't. You just hear yourself and everybody just hears you. And then you now have accelerated into a place that really is a violent place. And that's not where you were really created to live.
Right.
And then you mentioned another thing to say, joy. Joy.
That's
Joy
right.
is another piece of fruit that we can have, and another place to live in joy, that we choose to take each day and be joyous in that day. And then the one and the greatest is love.
That's right.
And giving that love. And you know what? I had to ask God to give me love. I had love, but it was not to the depth of where it could really go, because He is love.
That's right.
So He has all that I need. And I needed His kind of love. People say they love you and they will be angry with you, or they will hate you, or they will even sometimes hit and hurt you and still say they love you. But His kind of love is a gentle, kind love. And so we need to learn how to be kind to one another and respectful and honor one another. So
That's
those
right.
are 3 places that we can live in today and every nanosecond of our life. And there's a challenge for us to live there, even though we're being challenged with all these different kind of exterior and sometimes interior kind of issues that are going on with us. And so the interior issues, you can learn to release and just relinquish it. And say, no, I don't want this to be a part of my life anymore. And you know what? He will help you. The Lord will help you by rooting those things out of your life. Just ask. Sometimes we have not because we ask not.
That's right. And on the doorpost of our office here, it says, choose joy. Because when I walk out of these doors every single day, it's not always easy, first of all. So we have to go out with a choice, because love is patient. Love is kind.
That's right.
Love is not rude.
That's right.
It is not self-seeking. It does not center itself on me. It centers itself on loving you.
That's right.
Right?
And one
so
another.
that's
Exactly.
right. So we have love, joy, and peace. And if you have some questions for Miss Dolly, if you're struggling with some issues in your life, if you want to know how you can root out some of the things that are holding you back from living a life filled with peace, with love, and with joy, message her. Find out how you can be set free to live a life filled with joy, love, and peace. Thank you for joining us for another segment here of Off the Cuff. Thank you, Miss Dolly, for joining us.
Thank
it was
you
a
for
pleasure.
having me.
We'll be back.
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.